What made you want to come to the IIC race in Vegas?
Definitely I have not much race in the US now, so I really like to back to race in the US, and the IIC is, that's I think kind of biggest international race in the US for touring cars. Definitely this time I hear at IIC maybe this is the last time, not anymore for next year.
So it was a nice, if it is the last one, it's a nice present to have that nice trophy.
Right.
So
Perfect timing.
perfect timing.
Yeah.
So the race, who was the big competition like?
Actually it's many. Especially now, many Europeans and a couple American drivers, especially Paul from US. Another European guy is Mark Weiner, the world champion 3 times. Ronald Walker and Victor Wick, and many top European drivers are there. So almost top 10 drivers. I think I'm same speed. Definitely I need a good qualify, so good starting grid. So I really concentrate for qualify, keep the top positions.
Tell us about your little man Ty, Tessman.
Oh yeah, Ty is like, definitely he's off-road drivers, and he raced only the nationals a couple of weeks ago. First biggest touring car race. Before that, I hear he had almost no race, almost no practice, and he got main, and he getting top 5, I think 4th finished. And his second race I see, but he's for carpet race. I think it's first time carpet race for him. I'm really surprised he drive really good touring cars. Normally off-road drivers, when driving touring cars, it's kind of difficult because totally different cars. Touring car driver have to drive more smooth, and buggy driver need more like punchy drive. But Ty, I think he can drive kind of both different style. So if he learn more touring cars, I think he can even more faster.
And you know that really well because you started in off-road.
Right. I started electric off-road first. So, but long time ago, it was 20 years ago. 20 years ago, when the off-road have no power and no grip, kind of like drift cars. So I learned a lot from like a long time ago. Touring cars and off-road is totally different, but I think it's needed if can make the combinations driving style. I think can drive more better.
Tell us about the 2 cars you raced with at IIC. Kind of a quick breakdown. What cars are they?
The name's TCX. Everything finished just before IIC for production kits. So already some also other drivers using TCX for this event. I think it's our car is pretty good on the carpet and asphalt. And the setup is like stock cars and modified car about same. It's been like the car is like so much easier to set up and driving. The setup also compared to all cars, the name is TC, and this TCX is kind of similar setup. It's work. So not really difficult to make setup for this time, but just so happy with TCX because I also testing before production prototype. I testing all the time, almost every day. So finally we make such a nice cars here. So and then first place in the US TCX and the first win post pressing. So really.
So a lot of continuation from the TC then. Right. And then all your refinement and testing, and then roll into the TCX. So the characteristics are very similar. So it's been a building process now.
Right.
What's next for on-road for you?
My next big event is SK Buggy Off-Road. So I have not much time to racing for touring car before World Championships. But after that, November, after finish World Championships, one in the buggy, I started going to Europe, ETS, European Touring Car Series. They have 6 races in 1 year, but they start from October, and October, November, and then next year 4 more races. So I want to go into there because the European race is now kind of most competitive race for touring cars.
If Europe is the big place for on-road, where's the most competitive for and
definitely US. Off-road is like so many good drivers in USA. So So I really want to more come to US race, but before World Championships, I think I have no time to come race. But for sure, many American drivers going to testing for World Championships next month. So I definitely want to drive with them in practicing.